kingdom is silent. The heart of the realm, once a symbol of power and justice, now lies in ruin. Dust dances in a sliver of light, illuminating the remnants of a forgotten age. On the cold stone floor, a shattered crown gleams, a testament to a dynasty's fall. Banners once vibrant with the colors of the house now hang like broken limbs, torn and faded. Every shadow whispers of decay, of an ending that came too swiftly, too violently. The air is thick with sorrow, a heavy blanket over a throne that will never be whole again. But how did it come to this? Let's rewind the clock. The throne room was once alive, filled with light and the presence of a mighty king. Then, the shadows came. They didn't creep in, they poured in, a flood of darkness that consumed everything. The king, a warrior who had faced armies and dragons, simply collapsed, his strength stolen by an unseen force. His guards, the bravest in the land, broke and fled, their screams swallowed by the encroaching night. Dark smoke, smelling of ancient magic and terror, seeped through the very stones of the castle, a poison corrupting its foundation. Miles away, Queen Lysara stood on a balcony, the wind whipping at her golden armor. A messenger, breathless and pale, had delivered a blood-stained scroll. As she read the words, her regal composure shattered. First came disbelief, then a wave of fear, cold and sharp. But beneath it all, a fire ignited in her eyes, the burning flame of a queen's rage. Outside, the sky mirrored her turmoil, as a storm gathered, unleashing its fury upon the land. The message was clear. The king was gone, and the capital had fallen. Through rain-soaked forests, a lone rider galloped, his horse a blur against the storm. Eldric, the king's most trusted advisor, pushed on, driven by a terrible truth. He had seen what had happened in the throne room, and it was a truth the world was not ready for. Reaching the queen's fortress, he didn't mince words, looked into Lysara's eyes, and delivered the chilling news. The throne wasn't taken by a man, it was taken by the shadow itself. An ancient evil, a being of pure darkness, had returned. With the king gone and the capital lost, the kingdom spiraled into chaos. Without a ruler to guide them, a leader to unite them, people gave in to their fear. Villages emptied as families fled, seeking refuge from a threat they couldn't see. Fires lit up the horizon, not from celebration, but from destruction. Soldiers, trained for battle against men, stood confused and leaderless, their formations broken, their purpose lost. The kingdom was a body without a head, tearing itself apart from the inside. But in the shadows, a different kind of chaos was brewing. Not of fear, but of ambition. In a candle-lit chamber, far from the public eye, a group of powerful nobles gathered. Their whispers were like the hiss of snakes, weaving a tapestry of betrayal. On the table between them lay maps of the fractured kingdom and gleaming daggers, a clear sign of their intentions. They saw not a crisis, but an opportunity. The king's fall was their chance to rise, to carve up the realm for themselves. So the real enemy wasn't just the shadow, but the greed festering within their own ranks. And what of the throne? Back in the ruined heart of the kingdom, a figure sat upon the broken stones. The hall was utterly dark, consumed by a palpable cold. Then, with a slow, deliberate zoom, we see it. A pair of crimson eyes open, glowing with malevolent intelligence. The shadow was not just an entity of destruction, it had a mind, a will. It had not just destroyed the throne, it claimed it. A new reign had begun, a reign of darkness. The war for the dawn was just beginning,